A question that I like to ask myself quite often is, what do you want your hyphen to represent? What I mean by that is that someday someone is going to take a large slab of granite and they're going to carve across the top, "Here lies Max." My wife says they're going to put right under it, "He finally shut up." I don't know about that, but they'll carve 1960, the year of my birth, and then they'll carve another number. I'm shooting for 2345 because I like the sound of it, but in between they're going to put a hyphen. And when they do, that hyphen will represent the dew of the morning that is my life. I've blinked a couple of times and I'm well past 50. A couple more times and all that will remain is whatever legacy my life has represented. And I think it's really important for me to consider what I want that hyphen to represent. I sat at a funeral just the other day, and I couldn't help but remember the words of Pat Morley, who said, "Most of us make the tragic mistake of living our lives for the sake of the people who will be sitting on the back row of our funerals." Who is it we're living for? And what is it we want our lives to represent? You know, the challenge is there's so many competing things out there rushing around trying to get our attention, asking for our time, demanding our focus. Here at the Mission Society, we have committed ourselves to joining Jesus in His mission. When Jesus was asked what was most important, He said, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart and soul and mind and strength, and love your neighbor as yourself." On these two things, He said, all the law and all of the prophets hinge. At the end of the day, it's the Lord's voice we want to hear saying, "Come, good and faithful servant, enter into your rest." It's that great cloud of witnesses that the Word of God says are watching over us as we run this race that He's set before us, that we want the approval of on that last day. And it's our loved ones, the family and closest friends that God has placed into our lives and given us care for and concern for, that we want to be well pleased. So I think every once in a while we should just step back and ask ourselves, are we joining Jesus in His mission to love God with all our heart and soul and mind and strength? And are we seeking to love those that are around us, the most important people in our lives, even as we love ourselves? Jesus said there's no greater love than this, than to lay down your life for another. Are we truly laying down our lives for the ones that really matter? I ask again, what is it that you want your hyphen to represent? I hope you're seeking, as I am, to one day hear Jesus say, "Come, good and faithful servant, enter into your rest." And I thank you for all the ways you continue to partner with us here at the Mission Society as we seek to join Jesus in His mission. Let's go out there and live lives worthy of the calling of Jesus, and may God bless you.